everyone, and welcome to MeowMix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven,
My name is Jerry.
and a little bit of a different episode here today. Uh, Jerry and I have been talking
Mm-hmm.
and kind of deciding what we want to do here, given just the way that I guess we're feeling about the franchise, feeling about the podcast, feeling about how we spend our times on Sundays. And we made a difficult decision.
Yeah, I think when you texted me that the podcast was starting to feel more like a chore than just fun. I love sitting here, hanging out, talking to football with you, and then,
Yeah.
chiming in with all the fans. That's the best part. But a lot of the stuff we do it's not seen on the program. It's hours of research, looking at my phone, reading stats and stuff. It's editing, it's prepping, it's creating thumbnails, creating titles, and everything else. With that being said, it's a very time consuming thing, and unfortunately, since we've been here 6 years now, since the 2019 season, we have not even really sniffed the playoffs. We have never been to the playoffs, never had a winning season. We have had little to no hope for most of this. And I felt like this year was kind of my breaking point as a fan. I'm still going to watch the team and everything, but this was my year. I thought, okay, we have to start being competitive. I understood we weren't going to the Super Bowl. I assumed we weren't going to the playoffs. I figured there was an outside chance. But what I saw in the New England game was just nothing. There was no fight on the team. There was no fight in the coaching staff. And the sad thing is, it's been like that for 4 or 5 years, and I can't spend hours a week on this team focusing on our next opponent and stuff when I don't see this team doing that. The coaches, I know they are, but it just seems like it's a rudderless boat right now. I think honestly, we've changed coaches. We've changed quarterbacks. I see people blaming Bryce Young. Dude, Bryce Young's not the problem. He might be one of them,
It's
but
not the problem. Yeah.
we said Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield were the problem. Look where they're at. Baker Mayfield's probably making the Pro Bowl this year. He's leading his team to probably 1 or 2 seed in the NFC this year. But
Sam Darnold won 14 games last year.
114 game, and he looks good this year. It's not
Yeah.
It wasn't fool's gold. He looks good this year. So at what point do I just say we're the new Browns? We're the new Jets. We're right there. All the other franchises see us there. I always thought to myself, how do those guys stay fans? It's hard. And recording this podcast, it's hitting me.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing. Like, we're still fans. We're still going to be fans forever. We bleed black and blue. I'll be watching every Sunday. We'll probably still be, doing research and looking at stats and all the things that fans do, right? Like, we'll still be doing that, of course. It's just the amount of time, as Jerry said, that goes into the pre-prep, the post podcast, during the podcast, sometimes recording it, starting over after 10 minutes or something. Like, we both have young kids that we don't see on the nights that we do this podcast. On Sundays, I sequester myself away because I have to watch the game with a different eye than I would as a normal fan. I have to watch the game more critically, more taking notes sometimes. Like, I got to pay attention. I got to pay as close attention as I can because I know that I've got to talk about it and know what I'm talking about, know what I saw. And so I don't watch football with the family. I watch football by myself. Um, and I feel like that is not, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to take that time on this team that continually lets me down, that continually depresses me, with an owner that doesn't seem like he wants to make it better.
I
You
think
know,
he
he's
wants.
all about making money.
I do think he wants to get it better, but I think he can't get out of his own way to make it better. With the money
I think as long
aspect,
as he's making money, I think he's okay. I think he looks at it as a business. I think he would like to win, sure, but you know, he doesn't seem to know what it takes, right? But we're not ending the podcast because of Dave, and we're not, maybe not ending the podcast. Like, let's just kind of say it. Like, we're gonna take a break, an extended break, likely through the end of the season, and then we're going to reevaluate. Um, Now we reserve the right to come back. Please, you know, stay subscribed. Like, we could come back in a month after we rattle off 4 wins and you know, give an update about how we're feeling about the franchise at that point. But in terms of doing 2-3 episodes a week, it's just not going to happen, at least for the rest of this season. The amount of time and effort and um, you know, frankly, love, I would say, that I have put into this franchise, to this podcast, it's just, I'm not getting it out of it. I'm not getting what I need for the amount of effort that is being put in here. Now, that being said, you guys, the listeners, like, that's the part that has made this fun.
oh
That's
yeah.
what has made this worth doing, is, you know, meeting all you guys, you know, Jay, Andrew, all the guys on YouTube that I don't know your real names, but Squeaky Cheeks and
Blood Nugget,
um, Blood Nugget and
RJ.
so, oh yeah, so many that you know, I'm missing some big ones, I know. But you know, all you guys that have been with us, you know, some of you since the very beginning. Andrew, man, you know, for the longest time was our only paid subscriber.
Hmm.
Uh, and he did it for like 2 or 3 years. And, you know, that honestly, for at periods of time, was like one of the only reasons that I wanted to keep going. I was like, well, we got guys like Andrew, guys like Jay, you know,
Hmm.
Jay, every once in a while, send us, you know, just Venmo us $10 here and there. Just, hey, you know, grab a coffee on me, guys. Have a beer on me. You know, stuff like that meant so much. We never asked for anything. We never set up a Patreon. We never did any of the things that some of these other podcasts do, mainly because we didn't want to spend the time to do it. You
Well,
know,
I also
we have lives.
we also work full time, and I just don't believe
Yeah.
in begging, as this is a part-time podcast for us. It
This is a
was,
hobby. This
yeah.
is the thing. That's the thing, right? Is this is something that we do for fun. That we wanted to come out here, you know, share our thoughts as Panthers fans. But just right now, we don't really want to talk about the Panthers because it's just so depressing. I mean, it hurts my soul. That game, the Patriots game, man, I'd have turned that damn thing off at halftime.
I
Had I
turned
not
it
had the
off early
podcast.
early in the third quarter. You know what I did? I turned it off. I took my dogs
Yeah.
and my daughter for a walk around my neighborhood. I just could not finish watching it. I was like, this is an abomination of the processed blue and black. Like,
Yeah.
the product on the field is just absolutely horrendous right now. And it has
It's
been.
just not. Yeah, it doesn't bring any joy. This Doing this podcast after weeks like that, there's no joy in it. It's not fun, and there are too many weeks like that. There are just too many weeks like that where it is a chore to do this podcast. And you know, if we were Chiefs fans or if we were, you know, Patriots fans in the 2010s, Bucks fans right now, like, okay, your franchise has given you something. Like it's giving something back to you by being successful, by putting in the resources and making the right decisions. The players are executing on the field. Okay, that's fun. That makes
Mm-hmm.
me want to, I want to enjoy that and talk about that. I don't want to talk about the Browns, right?
No.
I don't want to talk about the Raiders for all those years. I don't want to talk about, the crappy Cardinals for all those years. You know, I don't want to talk about the Panthers right now. They are among that group of teams.
And that's the thing is like I know we're gonna get oh you just are bandwagon fans. You're only gonna hop on here.
Yeah, and screw all of you people who say that. We've been here since 2019 doing this. We've been fans since 1995. More hardcore than most.
Yeah, it's not that. It is not the fact that I only want to watch a winning team. It's this has been beating me down for this podcast. And it's over and over again. I mean, someone commented fire Matt Rule after the game because that used to be what we would say and now it's like I can't even say that.
That's the thing is like I don't really know what's wrong with the team right now. Like it's just that none of the, like I feel like we have pretty good parts, but nothing's fitting together correctly. Nothing's being executed correctly on the field. Maybe it's Dave Canales. Maybe it's Bryce Young. Maybe it's a combination of both. Evero. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. It might all be wrong.
And that's the thing is, it's just we've changed so much already. At what point is it just like you shrug your shoulders and just go, well, I mean, we're here. I mean, that's all.
And the
we
fans
can do.
are, let's get rid of Canales. Let's get rid of Bryce Young. Well, shit, man. Like we're starting all over again.
Mm-hmm.
How many coaches do you want to go through? How many quarterbacks do you want to go through? Like at some point you have to give something a shot, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about these 42-13 games. I don't want to talk about these, games where the Panthers get blown out for 3 quarters and then they have a comeback in the fourth and all of a sudden it's supposed to change the season. Right? You have a game against Atlanta, you win 30-0, but when you really go in and look at the game, like the Panthers didn't dominate that
No.
game in any way other than timely turnovers and really good field position.
And
I mean, Bryce Young didn't win that game.
I thought that was gonna be the start. Unfortunately, it was just fool's gold, and
Yeah.
it would have been different if they even looked competitive against New England. They didn't look competitive,
Right.
and New England's
Oh,
a bottom quarter team this year. So at that point, what do you say? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what to do. And maybe there are other options we could do here, once a week or something, but man, it just doesn't feel worth it.
at this point, it doesn't feel worth it. And again, we still may come back, maybe recharge our batteries, maybe the team gets something going, or they at least. I mean, this was a weak start to the season. The Panthers was set up nicely, even though it was away most of the games. But I mean, Dolphins are next week. Dolphins, and
That should be a very easy win.
that should be a
Given everything
winnable
going
game.
on.
But if they go out and get another like whatever that is, I just don't know, man.
Yeah, and if they destroy the Dolphins, like we're not suddenly going to be back,
No.
right? Like I need to see something that makes me really excited, not only to watch this team again, but really to talk about it and to do what I know needs to be done to come in here and do a podcast and do it well and be what you guys have come to expect from us.
Instead of us grasping at straws, hoping that we can win.
Yeah, how many times can we come back in here and say the exact same thing for week after week after week, year after year after year? Well, Bryce might be the guy, might not be the guy. Canales might be the coach, might not be the coach.
Run defense needs to
Baker
get better. You need to run the ball
Right.
more. Protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
Get
Baker
to their
Mayfield might be the
quarterback.
guy. Sam Darnold might be the guy. Teddy Bridgewater might be the guy. Frank Reich might be the guy. Matt Rule, he's just a nice start. It might be the guy. Steve Wilkes, man, wow, what a turnaround. He should be the guy.
Not even
Like
considered.
they're never the guy or they're never considered. Right. Like it just and again, we don't want to come in here and just be negative all the time, but damn, there's nothing positive to talk about. And it gets me down. It makes me sad.
Me too.
I finished doing this podcast and I'm just like, there's no relief. There's no joy. We were so excited after that Falcons win. Like that was a great podcast. That was a lot of fun. The comments were great. Like everybody talking. It was so much fun. And then we're right back to misery 1 week later. And it was a fake high. It was not real.
I legitimately, yeah, it feels so night and day. Like, just so hard to keep doing this. And
And again, it's mainly the commitment, right? The knowing that I've got to put the time in to know what's going on, know the news, know the signings, know the undrafted free agents, know the practice squad, know when X player did what in what quarter, and how that changed the track of the game. Just having to pay that close attention and then talk about it the week after when I know most of the time I'm going to be depressed and I'm going to be talking about a loss that hurts my soul once again. And guess what? I didn't even get to watch it with my kids. My kids don't even want to be Panthers fans because of how sad it makes Daddy. Like that's where we are. That's where I am, at least. Like I don't want that for them. Like I want to watch Panthers games, even if they lose. I still want to like enjoy the time with them.
Yeah, I want to watch a decent game,
and I'm not doing that right now. Yeah, just give me something to cheer for. I don't know.
I think that's gonna do it. I mean, I will probably still do some draft profiles and stuff like that. Not sure if it'll be under this banner or something else, but I like doing the draft profiles and stuff like that.
There are podcasts that I want to do. Like there are other things that Jerry and I both want to do. Some together, some separately. This isn't the last time you'll hear from us, and it's probably, I don't know, 50-50 that MeowMix comes back, in some form at some point, probably. Yeah. But again, to our 1,284 subscribers on YouTube, and to our several hundred folks who download every single week on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and wherever else you get it, thank you for the support. This truly has been a great little community. It's been small, but it's consistent, and you guys are always up for a conversation. The emails, the DMs, we appreciate it all. The voicemails, the text messages, even though we weren't always on the spot with talking about them. It's so appreciated. The fact that anybody wanted to listen to anything I said was a shock. And the fact that, we became monetized on YouTube, that, like 10% of channels get there. Yeah. And we had, advertisers, and like this was a crazy fun ride. And unfortunately it's just not fun anymore.
It's a therapy session instead of what it was meant to be.
Yeah. But hey, Twitter's still going to be active. Probably we'll still be tweeting on it. Shoot us some DMs, comment, tell us how you feel about what is going on in Panthers land, and email's still going to be up.
The phone number is gonna still be up. I mean, I
Phone number's still
yeah.
up.
I mean,
Yeah.
I read all the comments, all the messages and stuff. Nothing has I have not seen. Even if I didn't get to respond back, I read everything.
Yeah. So, again, thank you all so much. I am dead serious when I say, like, for the last probably 2 seasons, you guys have been the main driver for, at least for me, wanting to continue to do this.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was hard. I mean,
Not that I don't love talking to Jerry, but I talk to Jerry all the time anyway.
yeah. I was gonna
So,
say I get that.
but yeah. So, I don't guess we need to go through the spiel
No,
at the end here.
Un- until
Um,
we meet again.
and yeah. Uh, keep pounding.